This is Harelm for Boxing Social in partnership with Empire Fight Store. Leigh Wood has just lost to Mauricio Lara. I'm here with Harlem Eubank. Shocked is an understatement, Harlem. What did you make of it, mate? If you can put it into words, what has just happened there, mate?
What a fight. It's hard to put into words. I was mind blown during the fight. Some of the combinations back and forth were vicious. Both men dishing out, and receiving punishment during the fight. I thought Leigh started really well, disciplined and executing a very good game plan, using his distance nicely to keep off Lara, giving him enough threat to keep him at bay. And Lara, started to wear him down a little bit and landed that shot. And against someone like Lara, one shot is all it takes. And that small lapse in concentration. And someone like Lara can pull out a victory like that. So what a fight, but what a great performance from Leigh Wood as well to come and perform like that for the early part of the fight against Lara. What a story he has,
That's the problem taking voluntary defences with people like Lara. It can end in a split second. I was like you, I thought Leigh Wood was comfortable in that fight. That step back right, landing that right hand clean so many times in that fight. Caught him to the body a few times. Obviously Leigh got cut. I believe it was a clash of heads. They said it was a clash of heads. So I was surprised in how, because everyone put Leigh Wood as the underdog in this fight. Were you surprised in how comfortable Leigh was in that fight?
I think he has the natural underdog story. Every fight he goes into is the underdog, and I think that fuels him to upset the odds. But I think he has the technique and the discipline to follow a game plan to be comfortable. But then against someone like Lara, he's just looking for that one lapse in concentration and to land the shot, and that's what happened in the end. But like I say, what a start to the fight. Wood was in it, he was very much in it and ahead on the scorecards, for the first half until that shot landed. So, full credit to both of them. Lara, he has a great story as well. He came from selling flowers on the street to coming over to the UK and disrupting everything. So fair play to both men, and big congratulations to Lara there.
Yeah, like I said, it's a voluntary defence. I believe the rematch will be now in place. Is that a fight you want to see, I'm guessing, Harlem?
The rematch? Potentially. I think there's a lot of guys, a lot of interesting fights there. You've got to throw Mick Conlan's name into the mix as well. He's shown what he can do at this level. So, very interesting. All the guys, at the top, they could all fight each other. It's very exciting to see, the amount of talent at the top of the division, and a few nasty Mexicans in the mix as well. So it's exciting what the future holds, and I'm sure there's going to be some big fights in this division this year.
I was here for that, the Conlan Wood fight as a fan. That just brings back so many memories, and I think that Conlan fight is always going to be there. I want to see that rematch. Obviously, Conlan boxed out of his skin that night, but I do believe that they are going to go for that rematch now. Looking at the full card tonight, a few upsets in there. Obviously, Gamal Yafai, that was definitely an upset. Many people had that. People thought that it was going to be a tough night, Gamal, but that was a hard fight tonight.
It was a very tough fight. I said earlier that he showed a lot of heart in that fight because he was getting caught and hurt all throughout the fight, but continued, dug deep and showed a lot of grit and determination to see that fight out. And but Ruiz, who he fought, he's a tough operator. He's no mug in the sport. So you have to respect these guys. They're coming to win, and he showed that he's got a lot to give, Ruiz. So
Dalton Smith, frustrated with his performance in there. How did you assess it tonight? Allington played his bloody part in that fight. No one gave him a chance in hell in that fight, and he's gone the whole distance with Smith. I think he should be really, really proud of himself tonight.
Yeah, he fought a determined fight. I don't think he was posing too much of a threat, but he was there and, negating some of Smith's work. I think when you get these prospects that come to win or come to, they've got a winning record, it can sometimes go like that. It's not easy to get them out of there. I thought it was an interesting fight. I'm excited to get in the mix this year. I want them fights, and I'm looking forward to putting on, some statement performances and cement my name in this 140-pound division.
Yeah, we look forward to see you back out. Quickly and finally, obviously a couple of weeks ago, the Eubank Smith obviously didn't go the way of Chris Eubank Jr. But what went wrong in that fight, Harlem? If you could assess it for me.
I just don't think it was the Chris Eubank Jr. We know he wasn't himself. He wasn't how he usually is before the fight, and only he knows the reason for that. Smith, he came and put on a dominant performance under a lot of pressure and executed his game plan and performance, excellently. So now it's just for Chris to go back and assess why he wasn't himself and change that for the rematch. I think the rematch will be a completely different fight. It's a way bigger fight, and Chris now has the full respect of Leigh Smith, and when he appreciates the threat in front of him, it brings out the ferocity and the underdog mentality in him, and he's got that for this second fight.
Finally, then, there were questions for Roy Jones Jr. Unfair questions, do you reckon? Not been together that long. Roy Jones has been in there, done it. Are the questions around Roy Jones as a trainer unjust, or can you see where they're coming from?
I think Roy is a great trainer. He's a knowledgeable man, a lot of wisdom, experience. Chris is his own man as well, and it's not a case of anyone can just come in and change someone overnight. I think Chris has his own attributes. He always has had his own kind of own mind and own way of doing things, and I don't know if that's necessarily changed. But I think we'll see more of his old self in the rematch. I think personally, I just think he needs that will, that drive to overcome what's in front of him. And like I said, I'm not sure he had that for the first fight, but no doubt he's got that for the second fight.